I thought I would just do a little plant tour today. It might be hard near the windows because it's backlit, but whatever. This is Monstera siltepecana, growing on a moss pole totem thing. I water it by dumping a water bottle upside down into the moss. I got this fucking beautiful marble queen pothos. It's not a pothos, it's an epipremnum. Neon epipremnum. Regular golden pothos epipremnum. I got some ZZ plants in here. This is another type of epipremnum, so same genus as this, but it has these like beautiful silvery stripes. So gorgeous. A couple little anthurium babies here growing, and there should be a little itty bitty, teeny bitty leaf coming in there. It's hard to see. This is one of my prize plants. This is a Calathea macayana. And the leaves are fucking huge. Look at how big these leaves are. They're getting big anyway. Some of them are still a little small, right? So it's like, compare these two. Size difference. It's amazing. Leaves are all coming out about this size now, which is just wonderful. And a little dry, whatever, that's okay. But love this baby so much. Over here in this corner, I have a table of plants. This is a Cissus amazonica. Also another little silvery kind of dude. Terrarium for the main plant up there, which is a Piper parmatum. There's a couple other little trailing guys in there and various other little things. This is a Philodendron jacquinii. Like, really gorgeous, big, bright green leaves. Just a really, really rich green color. Love it. Back there is a blue star fern, Phlebodium aureum. Can't quite reach it. That is a very cute little Nicholas fern. It's some new hybrid, not doing great, but we'll get there. Cast iron plant, Aspidistra elatior, Milky Way. It's a small one, it grows a little faster. That's a jungle cactus, Lepismium cruciform. And that is another jungle cactus. It's a rickrack cactus. I don't know the genus and species. There's two that look really similar that are completely different genuses, so not sure. Got another anthurium. This is anthurium big red bird. This is anthurium fingers. Pedata radiatum, whatever. This is my Tenanthe Libersii, or Libersiana. Never plant. It's fucking gorgeous. Have a lot of green on it now. I want to get a lot more yellow, but we'll get there. Another prayer plant type. This is a Tenanthe Burl Marx or Tenanthe setosa. I'm not really sure. It's hard to tell. There's a few that have really, really similar leaves. I just haven't looked that hard. Okay, this is my beautiful, beautiful fern leaf cactus. A little succulent combo, some succulents that are waiting for more light. This is another epipremnum. This is called Epipremnum pinnatum or pinnatum. This is kind of new, so it's just sort of bushy, hasn't started trailing yet, but it eventually gets holes in it, little fenestrations, little windows, or slits, or what, I don't fucking remember, whatever. Anyway, this one's kind of new, I love it. It's like Baltic blue, or I don't fucking know what the trade name is. Anyway, very, very cute little begonia from a friend, growing really well. It's got these little semi-succulent leaves. It's very cute. This is my Sansevieria Moonshine. It's called Moonshine because it gets these like, yeah, look at this new growth. It's like, looks like so white and like, I don't know, whatever. That's where the moon color comes from. But the older growth goes a nice medium green, and it gets a little darker again as it ages. Okay, here I have a Epipremnum pinnatum Cebu Blue that is not looking so hot, but it's a propagation, so it'll get there. This one is looking much, much nicer than this guy. So I get another Epipremnum. So this, when you do it right, the leaves go really blue-silver like this. That's why it's called Cebu Blue. Cebu Blue. It's from Cebu Islands or something in the Philippines or something like that. Anyway, this plant is just finally filling out and looking super, super pretty. Propagated that this summer. Oh no. This one is just a mixed pot of heartleaf philodendrons. There's a velvet, a neon, and a Brazil, and they just look all scraggly and messy. They're from my parent plants, which are these guys. Let's see if I can get a good, yeah. I'm hanging against, or down the thing, and I even put a bamboo pole down there. I don't think this is a very good angle. Here we go. Bamboo pole down there to lay the micans. Velvet. That's not such a hot leaf, but that's a beautiful looking leaf. That's a really beautiful looking leaf. This one just, look, it's like shiny, it's shimmery. And the backs, it's like gorgeous. Oh, it's just so pretty. My Brazil is doing okay. Brazil has this interesting variegation. My neon is doing well. They all have thrips, but I don't really give a shit. This is a Hoya Kamingiana, bush Hoya. Really, really adorable and grows like these wide, wonky branches. But it's just really cool. I love it. It's one of my favorite Hoyas. I think it's only one of 3 or 4 that I have right now. I just absolutely love it. And it's very cute in this little pot too. It's just perfect. Okay, back down here. This is a Tradescantia, Spathacea or something like that. Variegated oyster boat plant. I don't fucking know. It's got a bunch of weird names. Anyway, very pretty. Also has some really nice semi-succulent leaves. Just incredibly, incredibly gorgeous. Just gorgeous color. So beautiful. Grows like a champ. This is one of several of this plant I have. Peperomia Hope. Just a sweet little trailing succulent with these sweet little leaves. This is a Tradescantia Pallida Pale Puma, and I cut a bunch of it down, and it's all coming back. It was looking really, really scraggly. It still looks really scraggly, but you can see it's all coming back. It's all coming together. This is a planter of pet safe plants, basically all Haworthia except for this guy is a Sedivaria. And I had another Echeveria in there, but I took it out to just tidy it and take better care of it this summer. But I love this one. Another fernleaf cactus sticking out. Here is a, what is this? Monstera Standeliana. Propagation not going so hot, but it's alright. More philodendrons. A couple different kinds in here. There's a Mayoi and a Florida. And then I'm not sure what this one is. I'm waiting to see bigger leaves and figure out which one it is. It's one of 3 things. Okay, this is Another one of many Cissus verticillata propagations I have going, which also gets beautifully silver. Did you know I have a thing for like bluey, silvery plants? Yeah, I really do. This is a mixed planter of all aroids. Aroids are just a family of plants. So there's Monstera standeliana. This is one of the ones I was propagating because it just is huge. Look at these shiny, like leathery leaves. They're called coriaceous. That's the characteristic, is coriaceous, leathery. More of the Cebu blue in here. Like this leaf, I don't know what the fuck happened. This leaf is amazing. It's like really long. It's got a nice color, and don't know how that happened compared to all the rest of these. Mandula pothos or epipremnum. I got Rhaphidophora tetrasperma growing up here. And then also, let's see if I can get this. I cut the top of this plant this year. I'll show you the propagation in a minute. It's Philodendron hastatum, silver sword. Anyway, I cut it here and it's growing back. It's called silver sword because it also has silvery glaucous leaves. So fucking beautiful. Anyway, that's growing here, and I got another little baby of it growing there. Oh, and a Cissus verticillata propagation in its pot, just sitting on top here because I don't know where the fuck else to put it. Another communal pot of aroids. This is Philodendron florida, which is a hybrid between Niscomiferum and Pedatum. Got this one from a friend. This is more Philodendron jacquinii. There's some more Mandula pothos in there. There's Rhaphidophora decursiva, which these leaves right now look a lot like the Monstera standeliana. Oh my god, focus. Whatever, they're like thick and glossy and beautiful. And then I got some more, can't see it right now, but this is going to be a silver sword, another one. That's the stick. It had a couple leaves, they've all fallen off now, but there's this growth, and there's this growth. Come on, I can't focus. Anyway, whatever, there's two growths in there. Okay, here's a couple Ficus elastica rubber trees. This one is Ruby. The leaves come in really like reddish, and they hold on to a lot of pink even as they age. This one over here is variegated, and it's Taneki, which means it comes in a little pink, but then the edges fade to, it's a creamish whitish color. I'll have this Ficus petiolaris. These leaves are really cool. Training myself and the plant on bonsai at the same time. This guy, get him out of spot for a sec, is my amazing, huge, wonderful propagation of Philodendron hastatum silver sword. Got a nice new growth coming from there. Nice growth coming from there. This is the top cut. This leaf just came out over the past week. It had been on hold for months, and it came out looking wonderful. Just a couple inches smaller than the other ones, which is a really good sign. That means it's like pretty happy, it's getting plenty of light. You can see this sheath thing, it's yellow, it's about to fall off, which means the other leaf is really getting ready to pump itself out. Get this back in here without breaking anything. Me or the plants or the plant stands. Okay, this is a Sansevieria. Not sure which cultivar. I believe it's just a regular Trifasciata, like that's a species, but I think the cultivar is like Yellowstone, or I don't fucking know. There's a bunch that look really similar that have different names. So whatever, this one's like really yellowy. That's all I can say. Okay, more Cissus verticillata. More Tridescantia. This is my felted peperomia, which is like literally velvety Peperomia incana. It's kind of facing the direction of the sun right now. Okay, this one is another peperomia. Peperomia puteolata or tetragona or stilt peperomia. A bunch of names for it. I'll get to that one later. This is my peperomia polybatria. It's got these like, well, they're usually this big. It's kind of going through some stuff for the winter, but they get these really big, glossy, succulent leaves. This is another peperomia hope because I love these and I'm a millennial, so I gotta make my own hope. So I got a ton of these propagations around. Like, there's another one right there. And this is actually Peperomia boyvinii, which is very similar to hope, but it's a little more silvery because I like silver plants. This is a Calizia elegans, variegated. So pretty. Like just, oh my god, so fucking pretty. There is a Sansevieria Ehrenbergii, and it's a dwarf samurai or something like that. I don't know. Very fucking spiky. Very spiky. This is just like an unknown Sansevieria hybrid. Might be Consona or a dwarf. I'm not really sure, but it's in here. Trying to come out here. We'll see what happens. Little baby succulents. This is another peperomia. I love peperomia. This thing has grown really cool this year. It's just like huge. These are all flower spikes, by the way. Okay, this is another succulent type thing, Calizia navicularis. It's yeah, it's like this kind of trailing succulent thing. If you grow it in really, really high light, you can get it really, really compact, and it looks super, super neat. Another peperomia, which is not the same as this one, despite the fact that they look really similar. You can see, like, these leaves are just a little bit longer, and these leaves are just a little rounder, but they look so similar. That's another Calizia elegans I'm trying to regrow from the stump. Okay. Hey, want some more Cissus verticillata? We got it. So much of it. Like, so much roots. So much. Okay. This is one of my other prize favorite plants. It's a Philodendron mayoi. And it looks like it's trying to put out a couple leaves. And I think it needs a little help with some more moisture and light. We're getting there, but this thing is just, look at that fucking leaf. It's just so cool. So gorgeous. Okay. This is getting really long, both the video and this plant. This is a Euphorbia Nuthii, and it should form a little caudex up here somewhere. It should be underground at this point, but I got it when it was trailing last year, and I just haven't wanted to cut it, even though that's kind of how a lot of people style the plant, is they cut the growth at the beginning of the spring, and then you just get a few things like this growing from the caudex. Just kind of straight up. I don't know. I really like it trailing. I think it looks really funky and weird. This is a whole ton of snake plants. Fisheri singularis. Slash singularis. I don't know which one it is. They're both the same. I don't know. This one is some kind of hybrid. From a nursery that doesn't always name hybrids, you know, what they're named. But it's got a nice big pup coming up. This, I believe, is Sansevieria sayuri or Metallica or something like that. Silver Siam. This is another one. I have a few of these going because these just weren't doing well. It seemed like there was a lot of like rust fungus and stuff. Like this was like spreading. And so I just wanted to like take this part out and let it grow by itself and just separate all the pieces that I could separate. This is Sansevieria macrophylla. Really cool, big rosette. This is like, I don't know, white owl, night owl. Very pretty. Oh, I don't know what that one is. Blue demon or something like that. Tiger blue, maybe? I don't know. This is... Wow, I always forget what this one is, but this is the most obvious. Whatever. Spiky dude. Another one. Another big spiky dude. So there's this spiky dude here. Okay. And then there's this big tall dude here. That for some reason just decided to grow like way sideways out of its pot. There's another of the big tall white metallic, whatever you want to call it, Sansevieria. Here is Sansevieria cylindrica boncel, I think is what it's called. It grows a little starfish, and it got a little baby coming up right there. So, yay, I'm excited about that. This is a newer plant that I'm also very excited about. I used to have, and then it died. This is a, let's see, I actually don't know how it's pronounced because I've only ever read it, but Cytarasus viscata is how I say it. Brown spiderwort. Like, it has purple hairs on the leaves, which is really hard to pick up on camera, but you can see how like the color changes as I move it in the light. It's so cool. Anyway, super psyched to have this one back. I really did it dirty last time. So this time, I'm gonna take much better care of it. Okay, I don't think we got too much left. Oh yeah, down here, a lot more Sansevieria. This is Sansevieria pulchra, or Kirkii, Coppertone. I don't fucking know. They change names on these. I don't remember what they are. This one is, I believe, Sansevieria fernwood. I mean Mikado. Can't remember. I think I have the little baby version of this too. This is supposed to be Sansevieria consona teaspoons. It's a very cute little dainty little thing. This is just another big guy who decided to grow weirdly. I just checked out underneath here, and there's like 3 just chonkin' rhizomes just spinning around the pot, ready to come up and pop out. Okay, this is Bantal Sensation, which is a totally other Sansevieria. Really like tall, thin leaves with a lot of coloring on them. Also kind of rehabbing this because, yeah, that little thing was like the original growth point, and it just pooped out this year. Okay, another rehabbing Sansevieria. This one is Elliptica or something. Aloe, ponytail palm, which is actually, I don't know, something or other. Another Sansevieria that's got little thin leaves. This is Sansevieria parva, and that's another little Sansevieria hybrid, something or other. And this is Epiphyllum guatemalense monstrose. It's just such a funky, like, rigid epiphytic cactus. Like, it's all curly. There's a little aloe hybrid of some kind. Okay, over here is like a huge mess, but that's okay. Here's my amazing Calathea orbifolia. I don't know if I really got that or not, but this new leaf here is fucking massive. If I didn't have to tip it to show you, I could put my hand on it, but it's got to be like at least like 9 or 10 inches diameter. It's fucking huge. Sansevieria subspicata, which I gotta say is like kind of growing on me as a favorite. It's really simple, but I don't know, I just love how this rosette grew this year. So, excited to see it grow more. It's very simple, but it's cool. Micans propagation, because why the fuck not? Scindapsus that still hasn't died on me. Haworthia something or other. This is my little Dischidia terrarium. That is Sansevieria. I think this is the Sansevieria fernwood Mikado, because I think Mikado is the little baby version, but I can't really remember for sure. This is called Sansevieria. The hybrid name was called Gabrielle, or Gabriella or something. But I've seen a ton that look so similar that have a bunch of different names, so I don't know. Okay, there's some propagations back there. This is hard to see, but hanging pot of Calizia fragrans and Tridescantia palpuma. Okay, this guy is a really cool epiphytic succulent vine. Epiphytic means it grows on trees, or it can grow on trees. It can grow on other stuff instead of the ground. It's called Xerocistius dengii, and yeah, it's really cool. There's another Peperomia hope propagation. Clearly I have a thing for like coin-shaped succulents, obviously. Anyway, this is a new plant I just got, so it has not quite perked up, but it is Philodendron Jungle Boogie, and as it gets bigger, these sawtooth leaves get like even more pronounced. So they get even more jagged. Anyway, this looks pretty decent. The two new leaves are hardening off. Here is another silvery plant, because I can never get enough of them. This is Philodendron hastatum narrow-form. So these leaves will just keep getting, I believe, sort of like longer like this, like lance-shaped, whereas the other one that I had, if you remember, has like big lobes up here, whatever. Okay. More random little things. Bowl of succulents. Calizia elegans. This thing is just like grows like a weed. La Jolla. This euphorbia, I'm not sure what's happening with it, so it's in the bright light space. Little Peperomia babes. Euphorbia obesa, these two guys, they're baseball euphorbia, whatever. It's another geranium propagation. And I think now we can look at this final section of plants. Okay. More. Cissus verticillata. Can you believe it? And then this is Cissus quadrangularis, which has these like fat, chunky stems. And this is how it grows. It grows another little fat, chunky stem and gets all like purple and wavy on the edges and puts this tiny little leaf out, and then the little segment gets fat eventually. Very similar growth habit is this Cissus adiana. It just has different stem kind of coloring. This little top fell off, so it's stuck in there. This is a little string of hearts that I don't know, it's just in there because it's not growing, and so I just tucked it in here, forgot all about it, and now it's growing again. So yeah, I like Cissus a lot. They're really cool. Okay, this is also a new plant, air plant. It's either Tillandsia streptophila or Tillandsia Shady Slim. Nope, not Shady Slim. I don't fucking know what it's called. Whatever it is, Slim something or other. Slim Jim, Slim Boy, I don't know. Another rehabbing succulent. Here's some euphorbia types that are just, you know, getting tall, and so they need a communal pot. This one may or may not flower for me. Probably won't. Like, it's ready to flower if it had the ideal conditions, but I don't think it's going to flower. Okay, this is my Oxalis triangularis. You can kind of tell it's the end of the season because it's a little sparse. This thing is usually like a whole, like, cloud like this, but like everywhere. Okay, over here I have some succulents hanging out. Cool euphorbia, cool little ripsalis. And it's just a combo of a few things. This is Senecio stapeliiformis. I don't know, whatever. It's called pickle plant because it looks like it's pickles. It just gets these long things. Okay. Euphorbia, white ghost. That's a euphorbia or monodinium or something. This is another string of hearts, just the regular kind, not the variegated. It's so pretty though. Love it. Okay, couple caladium I got for next year. Down there are Hoya and some Tridescantia. Nope, Colizia elegans. I have like a bunch of them down there. And some snake plants that are just going to hang out there and basically not get water for the season because they're in plastic and in a north window. So they'll just fucking hang out there and do nothing for the winter, which is great. And finally, we have my favorite window, which has all of my, well, not all of them, but some of my favorite succulents here. So I really can't say every single one of them because there are so many right here. But this is a Sansevieria cylindrica. This thing here with these big leaves coming out, this guy going down there. That is another Sansevieria. Some Madagascar palm right here. It's all like pokey and grows from the top. Sansevieria could be phenomenal. No idea which one it is. Here's another pokey dude. This is Agave strictinana. Like, it's so stabby. I've literally hurt myself on it multiple times. That's a little pot of Gasteria. They're so cute. They clump. They don't get much bigger than that. This is a mixed pot of propagations of things and stuff that had like tiny roots, and I just kind of wanted it all together for the winter. I can't name them all right now. I mean, I could. I don't want to. This is aloe pink lace. It gets all like reddish in stress, and then it's gone back down to green now that it's indoors and in regular temperatures. Gasteria, little warty. I don't know why it's called little, because this thing gets huge. I do know why it's called warty, though. Warty? Look at all these warts. Okay. Mostly along the whole, like right along next to the window is all like Haworthia, which is like these type of guys. And then out here, yeah, I have a couple more aloe and some Gasteria. This is a Medusa thing. It's Euphorbia something or other, I don't know, but it's like a Medusoid type. Basically just grows out like that, which is rad. Another Sansevieria, Haworthia, Echeveria. This thing is cute. Little Sansevieria baby. Little Rhipsalis. Here's a Rhipsalis that's brand new to me. Another one that is brand new to me. Look at that. I love the shape of these leaves. They're just so cool. More things growing, more things growing. This is Haworthia. That's a couple snake plants. And that's a Euphorbia, little piece trying to grow. I don't think it will. This is Sansevieria Whitney, and I believe this is the end of the tour. I believe. So yeah, this is what it looks like from this side. You can see things sticking out and hanging and whatever. I really like how it's set up this year. I gotta get some lights in. I have one light sitting there, but it's on tape that I don't think is secure enough, so. Oh, and this is how that Peperomia Hope will grow. It'll trail like this. It's just so pretty. Become like a hanging plant like that. Anyway, I love it. Thank you for coming along.